Welcome to the Elite Podcast Network, home of the #1 independent wrestling coverage, available on iTunes, Stitcher, blogtalk Radio, and wherever you get your podcasts from. Follow us on Twitter at Elite Podcast Net and join the revolution now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Elite Podcast Network. And this is Wrestling Heads Radio. I am Skits, and I'm here with my co-host Oscar and Tom. What's going on, gentlemen?
Fact that Wrestling Heads started early tonight. It's fact that we're doing better and better. And it's fact that I'm using Tyson Kidd's shit.
Yeah. We got an early show on this Friday night, but I'm ready. So let's hop into it.
Yeah, definitely, gentlemen. Last night, Smackdown went live due to the issues that they had in Connecticut with the storm out there, with the snow and storm.
Hold on,
gentlemen.
Hold on, before we continue, Tom, how is your weather conditions where you live? Did you witness some snow? Because I know you're from New York. So
yeah, that storm that was supposed to hit, we were scheduled to get between 1 and 2 feet where I am. We got maybe 7 or 8 inches. It definitely wasn't as much as they anticipated it was. So I'm pretty thankful for that. So we didn't get hit pretty hard. I think Connecticut and Massachusetts got the worst of the storm.
All right. Good, you're safe though. But anyway.
Yeah, definitely glad to hear that Tom's good and he's good to go here on tonight's episode. For the listeners, you guys can call us up at 347-945-5566, or you can tweet us at Wrestling Heads. And you can get involved with the show. But yeah, last night, Smackdown basically did a live show. And it basically started off with the COO, Triple H, coming down to basically cut a little small promo. And he kind of, basically, told the crowd that, Fastlane, he's going to be calling out somebody, and we all know that man is Sting, because on Monday Night Raw's show, they basically, put it out there that that's going to happen, so that's going to happen. Also, another thing he mentioned, and that's going to be a big announcement, like, there's going to be some changes. The question is, what do you guys think that is? I really haven't been on a dirt sheet today to read anything. Maybe how are they going to bring back, the rosters or split rosters? I don't know. If you guys had to think about anything, what would you guys think that is?
All right. I like to start off said that a couple of days ago I saw, you can say in the dirt sheets, that supposedly there were those plans to possibly change the main event of WrestleMania due to the fact that how Roman Reigns got shit on at Royal Rumble. So what I'm hearing was that supposedly the main event might be changed to a possible the Battle of the Shield. Yeah, that could be something. Maybe we'll see Seth Rollins cash in the Money in the Bank on Brock Lesnar pretty soon, and he'll beat him possibly, and somehow Dean Ambrose will get in the match. And it sounds like it could be likable, because if you go back to Raw or the so-called Raw special show, Dean Ambrose did mention that I'm going to WrestleMania. You know, he mentioned, talking in his tongues or whatever, and he says, I'm going to WrestleMania. So that could be a possibility. And also, remember, John Cena and Rusev's match has been changed to Fastlane. So why is that the reason? So I'm thinking maybe the original match between Brock Lesnar and John Cena that was advertised for the Rumble might be going on at WrestleMania instead. The one final match or one final time they're going to go at it, maybe at WrestleMania. So that's where they're going, So who knows? And I don't believe the whole brand is going to happen again. I mean, why would they do that? I don't understand that, but we'll see. We'll have to see till Monday night, but that could be my scenario of the whole situation that's going to happen Monday night. I mean, something's gonna surprise us. So we'll see if Seth Rollins does cash it in pretty soon.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
Oh no, I was gonna let you go first, and then I was gonna jump in with my thoughts.
I was gonna say before, I hear you on the whole, John Cena, maybe Lesnar. I don't see that happening. I definitely see John Cena winning the U.S. Championship and maybe rematch with Rusev. And I don't understand why people get upset. Rusev has to lose soon. I mean, I know everybody doesn't want to be John Cena, but it's kind of good. Like, everybody complains about John Cena, not being, him being in the main event. Now he's not in the main event, and he's now, back down to the mid-card, to the U.S. title to maybe, get the eyes back on the U.S. title, which is a good thing, because we always talk about the mid-card titles are not being looked at, and you got a guy like John Cena down, going against Rusev, which helps out that mid-card division. And with this big announcement, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna just be straight up. I have no clue what it is. I'm just like the next wrestling fan, just waiting to see what it is.
But before Tom goes, I just want to say this is another key, what I just mentioned. Triple H said it was a controversy during the Rumble, so it has to affect Roman Reigns somehow, some way. So you got to think about that. And another thing what you just mentioned about John Cena, I mean, it just seems like today people get pissed whatever John Cena do. Okay, John Cena's going to be the one to beat Rusev. People get pissed off of that. Well, Rusev's got to lose soon, Or I imagine if John Cena wins the Intercontinental title today, people are going to get pissed off of that. I mean, to me, I think I would love to see John Cena become Intercon champ. That would probably show how important the Intercontinental title, bring some, make it relevant again. If a big name like John Cena carry that title, It just is weird that John Cena, wherever John Cena does, people get pissed off. Why? Because there's John Cena, I mean, oh well, But go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, this whole announcement thing that's going on at Raw, it's pretty interesting. I'm not even sure what they're going to do, but I just find it hilarious that WWE probably rewrote this whole thing, and they rewrote the WrestleMania plans based around the fan reaction toward Roman Reigns winning the Rumble, not just in Philadelphia, but last night on Smackdown. That Hartford crowd was booing the shit out of Reigns too, and I feel like it's going to continue. It's going to be like what we saw with Batista last year, and I think WWE realizes. I don't know why it had to come to this, where they make a mistake and then they have to correct their error instead of just going with the obvious, choice in Daniel Bryan that everybody wanted. I don't know how it had to come to this, but regardless, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Raw. A Shield triple threat main event at Mania would be definitely more suitable. I think it would be a bigger draw. I think it would garner a lot more interest because this Roman Reigns-Brock Lesnar match I couldn't give two craps about. It's probably not going to be a good match anyway. I mean, we know Brock Lesnar can go out there and put on amazing matches, but not with a guy like Roman Reigns. He's going to have to carry a lot of the load in the match to even get it to a semi-good level. So a Shield triple threat main event is definitely interesting. It would definitely have me more interested in WrestleMania. As far as this whole Rusev-Cena thing, the only reason I have a problem with Cena getting involved with anybody that's not an established talent is because what is it going to do? If Cena beats Rusev and wins the feud and wins the title, what is this going to prove? So now you've taken away Rusev's undefeated streak, and it does the same thing that happened last year with Bray Wyatt. You're taking this up-and-coming talent that needs to be put over by a veteran talent, and it's not going to happen because WWE just protects Cena way too much. If they would let Rusev, win this feud and look dominant in it, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But it's just Cena's track record.
How about this, though? How about this? You let Cena win the first match. Second match, you have Rusev win. Or either you can have Rusev win the first match and Cena win the second one.
I mean, I'd be okay with that. I would say what they should do, if they're going to go that route, they should have the first match end in a screwy finish at Fastlane, DQ, count out, whatever. You have to end it in a screwy finish. That way you can get a definitive, clean finish at WrestleMania. And that's when you put Rusev over. And I think that would be better because you don't take away Rusev's quote-unquote undefeated streak because he's never been pinned or submitted. And then while you put Rusev over at WrestleMania, making him look like a monster. So if they went that route, I would be okay with it. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would be pretty happy about it. But once again, it's WWE, and they'll go to any length to keep protecting John Cena. So
I never thought I would say this, but I wouldn't mind seeing John Cena as the U.S. champion right now. Nothing against Rusev, but Rusev, everybody he's gone against, he's jobbed them. So I think it's time for Rusev to just get an L like one time, and he can get his U.S. title back somehow. I mean.
Yeah, I wouldn't I don't want John Cena to pin Rusev just yet. Like I said, if they did a squirrely finish, that would be fine. I think if you're going to have somebody actually pin Rusev or make him submit, it has to be an up-and-coming guy. It has to be an Ambrose. Even a Roman Reigns I wouldn't really have a problem with because he's not an established.
What about a Rollins?
Rollins, too. I figured, Rollins is still working as a heel, so he wouldn't go against Rusev. But whatever the case, I think it should just be an up-and-coming talent instead of an established, veteran talent. I wouldn't want to see Randy Orton beat Rusev, Cena beat Rusev. I'd want to see, like I said, an Ambrose, Rollins, Reigns, whoever. Just somebody who needs to look pretty good instead of John Cena.
I definitely understand where you're coming from. On that. But definitely, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw is where everybody wants to watch if you want to see what this big announcement is going to be. And, well, of course, Roman Reigns, he interrupted Triple H. He cut a little promo. And basically, Triple H said, let's see if you can win this next match because, Roman Reigns says he's going to win his matches into WrestleMania. And, of course, I want to say this is his last match against Big Show, but him and Big Show, they had a match, and he went over, of course. That's the right thing to do. So let's hope that feud is over. Really nothing to really talk about this match because, we've seen it so many times. But that's what happened. After that, they went on commercial. Vince McMahon made an announcement. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted to check out the WWE Network, it is now for free during the whole month of February. But the Elite Podcast Network is free each and every single day, where you can catch WH Radio, Indie Power Rankings, WWP, Eyes on the Rain, the Mike and Tom Show, if I forgot somebody, please apologize. Just letting you know. So I'm gonna plug our network, but let's get back to SmackDown real quick. Jey Uso against Tyson Kidd. My boy Tyson Kidd been doing his thing. That's my boy. How about this matchup? This was a huge victory for Tyson Kidd. For the Brass Ring Club for one half of their guys to get the win over Uso, because now this puts these guys in basically a tag team title picture. And we've been talking about this for a while. And Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, they haven't established themselves yet as a tag team, but they have move sets together. These guys work well together, and hopefully we can get these guys in the ring against the Usos soon, and they get that title shot. Your thoughts on the victory, Oscar, and what would you like to see with the Brass Ring Club?
All right. Well, first of all, I say great win for Tyson and Kidd. I like the guy. Him and Cesaro like the tag team. But being an Uso is great. But all this to me might sound shocking, but it doesn't mean nothing to me. You know why? Because we all know what's going to come out in the end. Usos is going to get over these guys. So that's how it is. It's the same shit when it involves Cesaro. It's like, now I lost count how many times he lost a consecutive title match since he lost.
Are you sure about
title.
that? The question is, are you sure about that, Oscar? Because we all said that not me. I was behind Tyson and Cesaro. You guys, majority of people on here said that Cesaro and Tyson Kidd was going to lose against New Day, and we saw it happen. So is the WWE changing their mind? Do they see something, that we see now? Because I think they're starting to put their eyes on Kidd and Cesaro. They're getting a lot of TV time. Well,
I know they're getting a lot of TV time, but I just don't see them walking out on tag team. If they're planning to do a tag team match for the titles between the Usos and the Brass Ring Club, then I'm going Usos. I still see Usos against Ascension WrestleMania, and I still see Kidd and Cesaro entering that Battle Royal match where they're going to bring it back at WrestleMania. So that's where I see it going. And I just this whole thing with Cesaro, same thing. Just they don't want to give him a title. I mean, it's just. I remember last time we were talking about this, it was probably the 12th time he lost a title match, and that. So who knows how many he'll lose? What, this be the 15th possibly? So I don't know, man. It doesn't excite me. If Cesaro and Kidd win, I will mark out, but I just don't see it, buddy.
Yeah.
Tom, talk to me.
I mean, I like the win. It's definitely kind of pointing in the right direction, but like Oscar said, I don't know. I think about it now, and I think at WrestleMania, I think it's going to be a triple threat match for the tag team titles. I think it's going to be the Usos versus the Ascension versus the Brass Ring Club, and I think the Ascension win that matchup, because what else is Cesaro and Tyson Kidd going to do on that card? They don't have a place, really. So I feel like WWE could put them in there, maybe put in another team to make it a fatal four-way, possibly. I'm not sure. But, at least, Tyson Kidd's getting some victories. He's doing good on NXT. He's getting TV time. So I can't really complain too much. Obviously, I'd like him and Cesaro to be farther up the card and doing a little bit more important things, but, you can't do anything about it, so at least he's, getting some spotlight.
All right, I have a question. You said that you don't know if Cesaro, or you're not sure what kind of spot to have for Cesaro and Kidd at WrestleMania, but say they didn't win the tag belts, you never thought maybe they're going to be in that Battle Royal? Because they're bringing back that Battle Royal again. That Andre Diamond Royal Battle Royal, so you don't have a spot for them?
what's it called? Last year, didn't
Dean Ambrose will be winning that if they bring that back and we don't see no Shield 3-way. I definitely see Dean Ambrose winning that.
Yeah, but going back to Oscar's point, I think Cesaro was in the tag title match last year, and he competed in the Battle Royal as well. So he could be pulling double duty.
You're right.
So I don't think if he's in the tag title match, it's going to take him out of the Battle Royal. If they do it again, but I mean, what's going to be the point of the Battle Royal? Looking at this way, I mean, last year it was supposed to be a big deal that Cesaro won this Battle Royal, and he was over like crazy, and nothing came to it. So what would be the point of even winning that Battle Royal to whoever wins it? There's no point.
It just seems like this new Battle Royal is a place for a spot for other guys in the roster to get in. I mean, for a WrestleMania match, you know? I mean, it was the Money in the Bank, but now they took it out. They had their own pay-per-view, which I thought was a mistake. But, you know, just the Battle Royal replaced it. So that's how I see it, and they're going to probably do it yearly.
Possibly, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Tom said, who knows what the WWE has planned this year. Next on SmackDown, Lana and Rusev basically came down to cut a promo on John Cena. Basically talk about the matchup at Fastlane. And, of course, John Cena comes down, and John Cena was definitely on fire with that promo, saying, you're dealing with the 15-time WWE champion, 10-time Royal Rumble winner. I think he said, I forgot what it comes from there, but he did say, and hated or loved the face of the WWE, and the next U.S. champion. So it's definitely going down with those two. We just talked about this match. So question is what's going to happen next? It really would make no sense for us to go over it again because we just kind of talked about it early in the beginning of the show. But how about somebody that is real close with John Cena, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella? They cut a promo in the back when they're young, and Paige is also involved with it, and they kind of jump her in the back. Basically, this is kind of probably going to lead on to a Paige-Nikki match. And one thing I'm loving is the Bella Twins are back at being the Bella Twins. The attitude is back. Like, they're not separate. It's not like Brie Mode / Nikki. They're not, how they were before. They were different characters. Now they're the Bella Twins back together, which I like. What I mean by I like is talking about their character-wise. But Paige and Nikki, I'm pretty sure we all saw this coming. Did you guys have any thoughts on that? Or, of course, we also did you guys agree with? You guys saw this coming too?
Well, no, I kind of. Well, we talked about a few weeks ago, or before the Rumble, that whoever pins Nikki gets the title shot would end up having the Bellas win. And now they announced that Paige is going to go against Nikki at Fastlane. I mean, with that segment they had backstage, just started it all off. So I think it's a good thing. I hope Paige walks out with the title. I mean, I think a lot of people are sick and tired of seeing Nikki hold the title. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, WrestleMania is around the corner. Who knows when AJ comes back? If AJ do come back pretty soon. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see where this goes to.
Yeah, I kind of saw this one coming. Not really much to talk about with this one. Just we'll see what they do with Fastlane, if they put the title on Paige or if they keep it on Nikki and maybe set up something for WrestleMania. I'm not sure what they're planning for the Divas. I don't even know if they know what they're going to plan for the Divas.
Well, I can tell you this, though. I mean, what Skitch just said right now, he's happy how the whole Bellas is. Like, I get what he's saying, like how they are now in character-wise. And one thing that I don't know if Skitch realized that, you know, can they do the twin magic again? Because I think it's impossible, even if Nikki or Bree change their hair color like Nikki's. You know?
No, they can't do it no more.
They can't do that unless Bree goes and gets some work done.
Yeah, that's true. And also,
that's a big
Brie Bella wears her own shirt. She wears the Bremo shirt all the time, and Nikki wears Fearless shit. You know, so they have their own shirts.
And plus, I don't know if Daniel Bryan wants to pay for those silicones like John Cena. You know, John Cena has that money.
I'm pretty sure those girls have their own money.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think if Brie wanted to get work done, she'd pay for it herself. But I don't think Brie is into that. I think that's more, that's more Nikki.
Right, John Cena's like, man, I want some bigger titties. I need a titty puppy. So fuck that. Get some bigger titties.
It's crazy.
Let's get back to Smackdown talk. Everybody was complaining about the Ascension, driving nobodies, and local guys. They finally, wrestled somebody's on the roster. Goldust and Stardust. Jobbed them though.
Yep.
I kind of liked when the Ascension was facing no-name jobbers because it was getting local talent in, and I think I stated this before in a past episode. That's what they used to do in the old days. Is when you're building up a tag team, you throw some no-name jobbers out there, and you have them beat the shit out of them, and that's how you make them look stronger. So I'd rather have that than them beat Goldust and Stardust. I think once the Stardust thing ends for Cody Rhodes, I think he needs to, go back to just being regular Cody Rhodes. And that's the guy that needs to be, pushed to the main event level because he has the talent, and it's a shame he's not there right now.
Yeah.
My
bad. I thought Oscar was going to talk. But yeah, definitely, I'm definitely with you there because I remember back in the days when Razor Ramon made his debut, he jobbed, a local guy. So, definitely how it used to be. But Goldust and Stardust, there's a lot of rumors about them two also probably facing each other at WrestleMania. Who knows if that's going to happen. And the Ascension, I think this is a good deal for them. I don't know. We'll see what's next for them.
All right. We'll see what happens with the Ascension. They just beat an actual tag team who actually won the tag team titles. They hope to start something new. Like I said, I think they're going to be involved in a tag team title match at WrestleMania. And nothing you guys noticed. Do you notice Stardust's face paint? This reminds you of one of the members of Demolition.
You love Demolition, huh? You mention them like every week.
I won't rest until they fucking make the Hall of Fame. So I will never rest.
Let me ask you a question.
Smash.
Let me ask you a question. Why should Demolition make the Hall of Fame?
Oh, my God. Do I have to tell you?
Are they really Hall of Fame material?
Yes, they are. 3-time tag team champions. They had a 16-month reign, which they had probably their best time as a tag division when you had guys like the Rockers, who never held it once, maybe thanks to Demolition. You had Heart Foundation there. You had Nasty Boys. All those guys could have been tag team champs or been tag team champs, but there was a point that Demolition had for 16 months. So, yeah, I think they should be tag team champs, even though people kind of give them shit like, they're the rip-off of the Road Warriors. No, hell no. But then Road Warriors came along. They had a good feud. They should be in the Hall of Fame. Why not? We said in our Hall of Fame show a few weeks back. I gave a good reason. Hey, if anybody's listening or want to call up, go ahead. Tell me why Demolition should not be in the Hall of Fame. You guys tell me right now.
Or
hit me up.
Let's not have that conversation. Yes, tweet him. Tweet him on that one. We had this conversation already here on the show. But I'm going to throw on my boy Mark out for tacos. He's going to join us for a while, talk some wrestling with us.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on, man?
Mark out for tacos.
Absolutely, Demolition should be in the Hall of Fame, man. There ain't no debate on that.
Yeah.
I mean, like what dude said, the period of time that they were doing what they were doing, when you had the Hart Foundation, the Rockers, the Legion of Doom, even for a while, the Nasties, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you know, and yet they were your typical big guys. You know, they weren't the greatest technicians. They were a power team primarily, but, you know, they did what they had to do when they should have done it, and they got it done. And I by no means would consider them, like, a couple of boring ballers or whatever, like a lot of other dudes that have been out there, you know, as far as bigger guys go.
I just love giving Oscar a hard time. That's
I was going to say, man, you're just mad because the Rockers never have...
It's funny because every week he mentions Demolition. That's why. Every fucking week. So I just give him a hard time.
I won't rest until they get it.
I don't blame him for that. I mean, that should have happened over 5 years ago, probably.
Yep. Hey, I don't know if we're going to the Hall of Fame. If they get in this year, I'll fucking mark out. Trust me. Maybe I'll think my face like those motherfuckers. Who knows?
And apparently, I mean, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I heard that there was, like, big-time beef between, I think it was X and Vince McMahon, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I heard about that, too, but Smash said, I only heard from Smash that I saw his shit on YouTube that someone asked him if WWE asked you, like, to come on Raw or, like, one of those, you know how they bring back with the legends sometimes, you know, what you guys do it? And he said, yeah, I mean, Smash said he's down for it, but I haven't heard it from Max, but, yeah, if you ever want to do something like that, like, have him come out and appear and he'll do it.
So I gotta ask you guys, because I have no idea. Which one of you guys runs the WrestleFeds account?
The Twitter?
Yeah.
Me and Oscar, the one that you just talked
about. And you go by Skits, right, man?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to get things settled out because aside from the WrestleHeads, I don't really see y'all around. So go ahead and hit me up with a follow, for fuck's sake.
I follow. All right.
I think I need to follow you. I'm gonna follow you. Mark out for tacos. Yes, I have tacos on Tuesday.
Yes.
You know who I know who Mark out. I know who Mark out for tacos is following completely, and that's the Young Bucks. He knows. You know, Mark out for tacos, ladies and gentlemen, is going to deny it on Twitter, and he knows how over the Young Bucks are. He's too sweeting in his room. He's tapping. He's doing more bang for your buck. He's wearing the bullshit.
You guys are hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm even doing that little side muffle pose that they do right now. Oh yeah. But you know what, man? A funny thing about them, I thought I couldn't dislike them anymore, but then the other night I see a match with them. Did you see the match from Smash, from Raw that they had against, who did they pay?
Biff Busick and Drew Gulak?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a good match, but one thing that irritated the fuck out of me, they go on the corners of the ropes, they do the, 1, 2 punch, and after every damn punch they gotta go suck it, man. I'm like, fuck you, assholes. Oh my god, that was annoying.
All right. Well, you know what?
I definitely want to bring the Bucks back up a little later here on the show, but let's get done with this Smackdown recap real quick. We're almost done.
Smackdown was very mediocre.
Yeah, it definitely was, but this match that we're talking about next kind of was like one of the matches that brought it up, and that was the casket match with Kane and Daniel Bryan. These guys have so much chemistry together, even when they're a tag team, to either being opponents. And it looks like this might be the end of the matches that we'll see with these two. The casket match was great. Daniel Bryan, he basically needed that win to get the momentum back from the fans after, getting kicked out the Royal Rumble. We already know what happened with that. Before I go down everybody's thoughts, great match, by the way. Let's start off with Oscar real quick. Oscar, give me your thoughts on the matchup, and what would you like to see next with Daniel Bryan?
All right, first of all, when that match started, I was thinking, okay, please don't hurt your neck, because that's how you hurt your neck in that match with Kane at Extreme Rules. So, all right. But, yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. Probably won't be the best casket match, but, yeah, I enjoyed that match. It was better than the Extreme Rules match. Maybe the best match they had together. Even though I saw that match in SummerSlam a couple years ago, which, you know what? I'll take that back. That was not even a good match. But, yeah, it was probably the best match between the two they ever had. And you see what happens, Daniel Bryan. There's rumors that him and Ziggler might get on WrestleMania. I think I'd rather see that against him against Sheamus. So, yeah, him and Ziggler will have an awesome match at WrestleMania, which I will be there, you two skits, and I'm sure you would like to see that match out there. And I'm pretty sure it'll be a good match. And, yeah, see what happens. And another thing I just wanted to mention, it's funny that what's next for Kane? Does this mean Kane's going back wearing a mask again? I mean, it's funny that I was watching this old episode of Raw on the WWE Network. He had his hand broken, and he attacked Bossman and Bull Buchanan, and I was like, damn, where's this Kane at? The Kane was fucking awesome when he never talked. Had Paul Bear on his side. I just wish he'd go back to that Kane, but unfortunately not. So, we'll see what happens with Kane, too. Where's that going to? Maybe he won't have a match at WrestleMania. Who wants to see him in a match at WrestleMania if he's going to go back as Corporate King? So, I'll just pass it to Tom.
Yeah, I thought the casket match was pretty good. There were some spots where it was kind of like, it kind of slowed down, and I was a little bit bored by the match, but I kind of expected that. You can't keep a fast-paced casket match going on. There has to be some spots where they kind of slow down. But overall, the match was pretty good. And the whole thing with Daniel Bryan, I would like to see a match between him and Ziggler, because it would be the show stealer. It would be an incredible match to see those two guys go at it. And there doesn't need to be this, red-hot feud. They don't need to feud over anything. It's just two guys going out there and seeing who's the better wrestler. And that's fine. And I would love to see that. But at the same time, it's like we as fans accept that. Instead of wanting Daniel Bryan to be champion like we were last year, it's kind of like we're accepting defeat. And we're saying, okay, well, Daniel Bryan's not going to be champion, and he'll be maybe in a match with Dolph Ziggler. I guess that's okay. So that's just how I see it. I see it as it would be a great matchup, but at the same time, it's kind of like we're accepting WWE's, pushing of the wrong guy down our throats, and instead of being angry, we're just kind of like defeated.
Yeah. Definitely, guys. I'm definitely with that. If Ziggler, Daniel Bryan go at it, you have no complaints with me. Two great guys that bust their asses off for this business. Marco for Tacos, give us your thoughts on that match, and what would you like to see next for Daniel Bryan?
I thought it was a solid match, like anyone else would say. I thought it was really solid. I thought it was decently paced. I did kind of have a problem, though, with, when you had all the roar and people being pissed off about the Royal Rumble, I thought that Bryan would have been a little bit more fiery. I thought that he would have had a little bit more offense that he had. But, when I saw the Kane vignettes earlier on, with the casket and all, that makes sense, but look at where Kane's been the past couple of years, and, you know, we all know he's up there in age, and, you know, Bryan basically had to kill himself to beat Kane. I mean, there was a couple times where I thought they were just going to go ahead and give us the finger and have Kane win somehow. I mean, thank God they didn't, but I did think that a couple times. But it was a solid match, you know. It was solid. I mean, it was about what I expected. I thought it actually went maybe a couple minutes longer than it should have because it did drag out a little bit for me, but it was okay. And as far as Bryan and Ziggler, I mean, that would be awesome, dude. I mean, everybody knows that would be awesome, you know, go ahead and throw the Smarks a bone, you know, kind of deal. But they could go that route, or they could go the other route and give us even more fingers. And the worst possible scenario for me would be Bryan and Ziggler versus Kane and Big Show at WrestleMania. Now, that would suck for me.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either. Even though one thing about Kane, as not said about a lot, the man Kane, he's probably the best old guy on the roster that can still put on a good match with guys, I would say.
Yeah, he's good. The only problem with him is that he's stale as shit. That's the only problem with Kane.
Yeah. I mean, when I look at Kane, I look at a guy that's busted his ass for this business, never was selfish or looking to put himself over. He was always looking to put younger guys over, to put anybody else over. He's like one of the most selfless guys in the business. And that's what you hear from a bunch of wrestlers is that he's, you know, this locker room leader and he's looking out for everybody else, and he couldn't give a shit about where his spot is in the company. He just wants to help out anybody he can, and it just speaks to why the guy is still going at it, and he's still in great shape for how many years he's been doing it. And especially a big guy like Kane, usually when, you know, you get to his age, he won't be as good, or he won't be as mobile. And you do see that in his matches, but he can still go on the top rope. He can still move. He can still move pretty quick. I mean, he's not like 1999 or 2000 Kane, but he's still very good for his age. And as much as I don't want to see it, I think he needs to just kind of take a long break. I think he needs to take a few years off and then come back a couple of years later, have a final match or two, and then finally retire for good.
Yeah, I definitely see that, and I see a couple of guys like Mark Henry and Big Show joining him. They can go on a long vacation and maybe never come back. No disrespect to those guys.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they've all done what they could do. There's no more for those guys to really do except just kind of linger on the card and do nothing. You know, they're all Hall of Famers, most likely. There's really nothing left for them to do. And those are guys that you could always send down to NXT, to the Performance Center, and help guys out. I mean,
especially Kane. I could definitely see Kane helping out a lot of guys.
Yeah, I think all three of those guys are.
Big Show maybe too.
Yeah, I think all three of them, just because of their longevity in the business, can help out those guys and give them advice and, you know, keep their head on straight, keep them motivated. And there's a lot of guys in the business that you know can fit that role. I know, you know, Adam Pearce just went to NXT. He signed with WWE, and he's done in NXT as a trainer, which is awesome. I'm happy that Adam Pearce is with WWE in some capacity. We never really got to see him as a wrestler in WWE, but he's still there and he's making an impact. So it's good on him.
Hey guys, I don't know if you remember this, but there's a rare gem. It happened in ROH. I think it was Death Before Dishonor's 6. This match came out of nowhere. You know, if you looked at it on paper, you would have been like, ugh. But it was Adam Pearce and Brent Albright, and they tore the fucking roof off.
Yeah, it was. Everybody was talking about that match when it came out because nobody expected it to be as good as it was. I believe it was the second card on the show, second match on the show, and it stole the freaking show, and ROH at that time was on fire, so for them to do that was great. So, like I said, Adam Pearce, you never know who's going to end up with WWE in some capacity. Even if they don't ever get to WWE, they could always go in as trainers or coaches or whatever and help the company and make some money. So,
another thing about Adam Pearce, he will help, guys talking to Mike because he's such a good talker. Probably one of the best heels I've seen out here in Southern California.
According to CM Punk, he will put his hand up his ass and shake your hand while it's full of shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that comes from the CM Punk Samoa Joe shoot interview.
Oh.
Yeah,
that was pretty good
for you.
Real quick, guys, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk about some Ring of Honor. Right back.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Drew Gulak, and you are listening to Wrestling Heads Podcast.
Good afternoon, this is England's Zack Sabre Jr., and when I'm not drinking tea and hanging out with the Queen, I am always listening to Wrestling Heads Radio. Cheerio.
That was awesome.
That was awesome, yeah, that was really awesome. But anyway, hold on. I know you want to talk Ring of Honor skits, but I've been noticing something on Lucha Underground.
Real quick,
go ahead.
If you mind, we go down this Ring of Honor card because actually this Ring of Honor is going on right now. So we're going to go down this card real quick, and right. I kind of already tweeted out that we're talking about Ring of Honor too. I just got to retweet about it too.
Go for it.
Real quick, ROH tonight, Ring of Honor in Michigan. So they have a great card tonight. Tonight, Ring of Honor Championship match. You got Jay Briscoe going against Mike Bennett. Finally, my boy Mike Bennett gets a shot at that ROH title. I'm not the biggest Mike Bennett fan, but he not the biggest Mike Bennett fan, but he is a good dude. What I mean by my boy, he's a cool dude. We met him in San Diego last year.
Yeah, he's
cool guy.
Cool guy, yeah. One of the nicest wrestlers probably I ever met.
So, yeah, Mike Bennett and Briscoe are going at it for the ROH title. We're pretty sure Jay Briscoe's going to retain that title. Pretty sure we all can agree on that, right?
I agree. There's one more thing I want to mention. I mean, about Mike Bennett when we met him, at least he's not, like, rubbing in our faces like how Jay or Jimmy Uso was like, oh, yeah, I'm grabbing Naomi's ass. You wish you could hit that, At least he didn't do that to us in San Diego.
Don't even let me start talking about the Jay Uso fucking... not Jay Uso. I mean Jimmy Uso. Do you want to hear this Jimmy Uso story?
Yeah, I'd love to, actually.
Okay. So, me and Oscar are basically, kicking it out here in LA. They're out here for SummerSlam, and, Jimmy Uso, we get a photo with him, right? And I guess his wife, Naomi, is like inside the club. Well, that's inside the hotel or whatever. And he was like, and he basically tells everybody, all the wrestling fans, like, when my wife comes out, you guys don't ask her for nothing. So when she comes out, we don't ask her for no photo, no autographs, or nothing. And she's like, they don't want no pictures? And he was like, nah, come on. And just walks away.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we got some Mark Merrow Sable shit going on there.
The Mark Merrow
God damn, and see, that's the difference. Mike Bennett and Maria, I've heard nothing but positive things about both those people. They're super interactive with their fans. They love this business. So, it's a difference between some couples, and I know we're all jealous of Mike Bennett, and I think he knows it.
I'm sorry, you can't be jealous of Naomi. She's okay looking woman. You know, she's got ass now, but she's okay.
Yeah, I would, but I would take Maria over Naomi in a heartbeat.
Oh, definitely.
I'll take Paige over all of them. Paige, I love that milky creamy skin.
But real quick, let's continue on this Ring of Honor. El Patron, Alberto El Patron, going against my boy ACH tonight. I'm pretty sure we all can agree on this. If Ring of Honor is going to play the smart role to keep El Patron's momentum up, they're going to have ACH lose. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's quite a contrast of styles, too. So I was kind of, I was a little surprised when I heard about ACH being one of his opponents, but I heard that it's basically just because he's from Texas, like Del Rio is.
Yeah, I want to say, go ahead.
No, I say, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Skids. You got to have El Patron do that. And plus, they announced that he's going to wrestle against Jay Lethal for the TV title at Vegas. You got to make him think that he could beat Jay Lethal. So why not be the guy who's probably their top star right now, ACH? So why not? You got to make Del Rio look strong. So ACH, you're losing like your Spurs lost to our Lakers a few weeks ago.
Funny. Another match that's booked for tonight. That I'm pretty sure this match will be a match stiller. Jay Lethal going against Roddy Strong. Roddy Strong's on fire. I don't care what he says. He won the PWG heavyweight title last year in December. And then Ring of Honor Strong. Always put on great matches. Just watch out for that chest because you might chop that thing. Would you guys see this as a match stiller, the card for tonight?
Now, who's Roderick facing?
Jay Lethal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not positive, but I'm sure this match has happened before. I'm not positive like where it's happened, but I mean, how is this match not going to kick ass?
It's happening tonight.
Oh, yeah. I was just wondering. I was saying that I'm pretty sure that it's happened before, but I'm not sure where. But, yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong there. Yeah, I'll probably go with Lethal. I mean, he has to keep strong, you know, 'cause he's going to face Del Rio. But Roderick Strong, as far as I'm concerned, is Mr. Independent, and that is not a knock on him.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's a knock on him because Roddy is everywhere. You know, he's in Ring of Honor. He's the PWG World Champion. He goes to Evolve and SIP. He's all over the place, and he is a guy that you can rely on to come in and always put on great matches with whoever. And I'm interested in this match tonight, and I'm also interested in the match tomorrow in Dayton that he's going to be having against Alberto El Patron. I think that's going to be a hard-hitting match. I mean, those two are going to go out there and kick the shit out of each other.
I mean, Roderick Strong managed to carry a good feud with Eric Stevens, so, I mean, that goes to show you.
Yeah. Roddy Strong is definitely my guy. Like, if you're up to date in PWG right now, I'm just saying that he's definitely turned it around over there and became, like, the top heel over there, hands down. Next, another match that's booked for tonight. You got Matt Sydal going against Matt Taven, another member of the Kingdom. I just want to say Matt Sydal, since he's returned in the Indies, you know, he's been putting on great matches. And, you know, Ring of Honor and PWG and Evolve, you know, these guys have been working their asses off, like, you know, straight workhorses. Matt Taven, you know, him and Mike Bennett, you know, of course they went to New Japan last year. And now they're back in Ring of Honor. Question is, what's next for Taven? Is there a possibility him and Bennett might get together, you know, maybe go out those tag titles later on this year? Because because I believe if you want to keep the Kingdom relevant, you got to put some straps on that tag team.
Well, to me, if they want to do that, there's two choices. Just hearing what I got to do. Either one, you got to make reDRagon faces, or you got to have which was supposed to announce this week that the Young Bucks are going against reDRagon at the pay-per-view, the 5th anniversary, which we're going, Skid, so you're going to see that match, by the way. If the Young Bucks walk out with the tag straps, then you got to have a Kingdom and Young Bucks feud. So, see what happens.
Yeah, and there's another thing you can do. If you want to do that and have the Kingdom take the straps out the Bucks, since the Bucks are always, excuse me, since the Bucks are always busy with New Japan, the next big pay-per-view for Ring of Honor have a 3-way for the tag titles. Book it.
Yeah, you could. But even if the Kingdom doesn't win the tag titles, I think they're still gonna kind of stay pretty relevant. I think Taven and Bennett are both guys that Ring of Honor, sees potential in, and they know they can keep them anywhere in the card, and they'll still put on good matches, and they're reliable. So I think even if they don't capture the tag team straps, I think they'll still stay pretty relevant in Ring of Honor regardless.
But you have to wonder about the Kingdom and their longevity with the rumors of Maria and Bennett leaving.
Yeah, if Bennett and Maria do leave Ring of Honor, obviously the Kingdom can't really stay together. I think it's back to singles competition for Matt Taven.
And I worry about Taven. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I worry about Taven getting lost in the shuffle right there if that happens.
Same here.
Yeah, I do too. Just because
I'm definitely with you guys on that one.
Yeah, Taven's a good talent, and he has a lot of potential. He's still young, but just like you said, I think he's going to get lost because there's nothing about him that really stands out. He's not like a Jay Briscoe. He's not like a Michael Elgin or an Adam Cole where he stands out above everybody else. He's just kind of like, oh, okay, it's Matt Taven. He puts on good matches, and he's in the Kingdom. And he was, with Truth Martini at one point. So going off on a singles run could hurt Matt Taven, but we'll just have to see what Mike Bennett and Maria do.
When Taven was part of the HOT, he was on point right there. And now, without the HOT, I don't see, Taven as Taven if the Kingdom doesn't, stick together. But one thing about Mike Bennett and Maria, if they do go anywhere, it can't be TNA. They have to go to Lucha Underground. Because Lucha Underground now with El Patron over there, with them joining that, roster, Lucha Underground gets more on fire than what they are right now. So,
and as well, talks about Mysterio joining Lucha Underground. It's starting to get a little clogged up if they're only going to have a 1-hour show weekly.
Yeah,
that means they're going to have a 2-hour show or something.
Yeah, because to me, with that 1 hour, I know we're talking off subject, but to me, with that 1-hour show they have, you're putting too many guys in your roster. And not only that, a little spoiler alert, Shane Strickland is part of them now, and Willie Mack. So, and Hernandez. Yeah. So don't forget about those guys. So you're putting more talent in there now. Unless you want to put a tag team, not to sound racist, but put Willie Mack and Shane Strickland as a tag team. So
where was that one PWG show where I forgot who was teaming up? I swear, not to sound racist, but I just know it was two black dudes, and they demand Caliber call them the realest niggas or
no. That was
probably ACH and Air Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, African American Wolves.
Well, let's continue.
Which is a fantastic name, by the way.
No. Hold on. You said the realest whatever. I thought you meant Willie Mack B-Boy, but B-Boy's not black.
Yes, I do remember Willie Mack was one of them.
If it was the realest, If it was the realest N-words, it was Willie Mack and B-Boy.
Hey, you can say it, kid. Come on.
I'm gonna keep it censored here on the network.
When was the last time WWE have been censored?
You guys are all forgetting. You guys are all forgetting the best tag team name that Willie Mack was in, and that was him and Generico with two skinny black guys. Easily the best tag team name ever.
Forgot about that one, yeah.
Well, one of them was skinny, but yeah.
Yeah,
Willie Mack. I mean, El Generico just out of shape.
I know, right?
He was too busy taking care of the orphans, so I understand.
El Generico on Chris Hero.
Back on tonight's card, guys. Michael Elgin is going one-on-one against Mark Briscoe tonight. Of course, spoiler: Michael Elgin is going to be in a four-way for the Ring of Honor title in May, so at the anniversary show. So,
March.
What did you say?
Yeah, you said May.
You said May. It's March, dude. We're like 1 month away.
My bad.
1 month away.
I meant to say March. Because I'm so, because both of them start with M's. My bad. Anyways, Jimmy Jacobs and Tadarius Thomas are going to. I think Tadarius Thomas is close to leaving Ring of Honor in wrestling period.
I think tonight's his last match in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I think he's going to MMA, right?
I believe so. Yeah. I'm not sure which promotion. I don't know if he is going to UFC or if he's going to try and get into Bellator. I'm not sure.
I kind of feel bad.
Man,
Tadarius Thomas had so much potential.
We might get that CM Punk Tadarius Thomas dream match there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But the question is, it depends on the weight. Is Tadarius Thompson in his weight class?
Definitely not. My boy Hanson, who will be on here later on next month, me and him will have a one-on-one interview. Be on the lookout for that. He's going one-on-one against B.J. Whitmer. That should be a real physical match because B.J. can get physical too. So that's gonna happen.
B.J. Whitmer was the MVP of Ring of Honor in 2006 for me. If you want to talk about underappreciated, B.J. Whitmer in 2006 was freaking amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
B.J. and Jimmy Jacobs had some hell-raising matches in Ring of Honor. I mean, you go on YouTube, and I know there's not any full matches. You'd have to check Ring of Honor's website for some past DVDs or check eBay or something. But I mean, you talk about these two guys power bombing each other into the crowd, just doing crazy shit, trying to kill each other. And I think B.J. Whitmer is definitely a little bit underrated. I think as he's gotten older, he kind of he's just that veteran. There's nothing really about him that he was back in 2006 in that feud with CZW that Ring of Honor had, which was another awesome thing that they did. So while BJ's not as interesting as he was back then, he still fits that veteran role and he can fill out a card good.
Yeah. To be honest with you, back in 2006, I was not following ROH. But I definitely caught up to some good stuff by always downloading matches and stuff, and watching DVDs and stuff. So
back then it was hard for us West Coast guys to follow Ring of Honor, So I mean, I was pretty much in and out of it until the website and all this stuff. So yeah.
Also tonight, Tommaso Ciampa going against Tyson Dukes. Question is Tyson Dukes deserves to be on Ring of Honor or Evolve somewhere. Question is this man going to get a chance to get a regular spot on ROH or somewhere? Because I know he does a lot of work in the Canada area, and I saw his match, on Smash Wrestling the other day when it was free. And I know Marco Tacos and Tom probably know what I'm talking about. The match was great. And the guy is very technical, and the guy can go.
Yeah, I believe Tyson Dukes deserves a spot in Ring of Honor. I remember, I forget it was last year or 2013 when he made his debut. He's only kind of appeared in Ring of Honor from time to time, not on a regular basis. The one question that Tyson Dukes is his age. You know, is Ring of Honor going to bring in a guy, I believe he's 35, 36 years old, around that age, kind of going into his late 30s. Does Ring of Honor want to bring in a guy?
The man can wrestle. Sign him up.
Yeah.
You know, I think a great way to bring in Tyson would be for him to feud with someone who's very similar to him as far as age, the territories that they've worked, and that would be Silas Young. They haven't done nothing with Silas for a while, and I think that would
Silas is just coming back off injury, too. I heard he just made his return at AAW, so he should be returning soon.
Yeah, and Silas is another guy on that Ring of Honor roster that I'm hoping is going to get a good push. He's got one of the most interesting characters on the indie circuit right now. He can go in the ring. He has got the look. So I don't think there's any reason why Ring of Honor wouldn't want to push him. So we'll just have to see. Hopefully he comes back strong and kind of gets back where he left off before he broke his leg.
Yeah. Real quick, guys, let's go over tomorrow's card. We're not going to stay too much on this card because we got to move on to some New Japan Pro Wrestling talk. The Briscoes tagging up. We'll go against ACH and Matt Sydal, and that's going to be a hell of a match. ACH and Sydal are going to be killing the game with the Spot Fest. I'm loving it. And plus, you can't just say that these guys are just Spot Fest wrestlers because ACH can go and Matt Sydal can go. And against the Briscoes, it's going to be great.
That match is going to be awesome. I'll give you that, man. But I have to argue just one thing. Not Matt Sydal, but I don't know how you can argue that ACH is the Spot Monkey. I'm sorry, but come on, man. Maybe I'm missing something. But I mean, this is a guy that insists on doing a dive within the first 30 seconds of every match he's in.
Yeah, the thing with ACH is he's very talented, obviously. I think he has a lot of potential. A lot of people are going to critique him for being spotty and doing all the flips and stuff. But I think, ACH is still really young. He's still kind of finding out what his groove is. And I think until he works on what his groove is in the ring, he just relies on what he's really good at right now, and that's, flipping over the top rope and doing his 450 and doing his flips and doing his spots. So he's just, I think, kind of finding what he can do in the ring until he can, get to a good level. And a match that you need to check out that definitely disproves that ACH is just a spot monkey or whatever. Bola 2013, day 2 against Kyle O'Reilly. A freaking maybe match of the whole entire tournament. Great match. Those two meshed really well, and I think it proved that ACH belonged in PWG and he can hang with anybody.
Something just popped in my head, and I have to defend ACH right here and kind of retract what I said, because at one point in time, Ricochet was really considered a spot monkey, but through time, he really developed, and he's a real well-rounded out wrestler right now. So, you're right, should give him a little bit of time.
Guys just evolve, Guys evolve, their style. That's what it is.
Yeah. And that's what guys, I think that's what a lot of guys do, is if you are a high-flying wrestler, that's what you kind of rely on when you're still working your way up and you're trying to find your groove is, okay, well, I know I can do flips and I know I can go out there and do some crazy maneuvers, and I'm going to work on my in-ring skills, but until then I'm going to, make the fans go crazy with my flips and stuff. So it's it's just giving them time, making them work. You know, like even a guy like AR Fox, when AR Fox was kind of just starting out, that's all he was doing is flips and stuff. But AR Fox can go in there and go with anybody. He's not just all about trying to kill himself, which he does on a nightly basis. But he can go in there. He could throw suplexes. He can do some submissions. He's definitely a well-rounded high flyer.
Yeah. Since we're talking about guys that do a lot of spots, somebody who I would like to see evolve in his style is AR Fox.
Yeah, I think he could as well. It's the problem with AR Fox is he's always getting injured. If he's not injuring himself, he's getting kicked in the face by Trevor Lee, which, you know, it's an accident and it's not really that funny. But if you just watch the video, just Trevor Lee just kicked the shit out of AR Fox, and I think he gave him a concussion. So hopefully AR Fox recovers, and that's the thing. AR Fox is just a crazy motherfucker, and he's going to go out there and he's going to do shit that we've never seen before.
Was that kick any worse than the one that Human Tornado gave Jack Evans?
Oh, shit.
Shout out to Human Tornado, by the way. That's the homie.
Hold on. Speaking about Human Tornado, did you saw that tweet he just posted, a photo of him and Jack Gallo and some chick in a fucking hot tub? Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know Human Tornado's on Twitter. I think everybody should go follow him, by the way.
Yeah, and he photobombed you over the weekend, too, so yeah.
That's fine. Let's go ahead and continue on this card. We already talked about the El Patron Roddy Strong match. That's going to be awesome. Very technical. I can see it as a very technical matchup because we know Patron. You know, he's a technical wrestler, and Strong can get technical also. So that's something that's going to be good. Another matchup that's booked for tomorrow on the 31st. You got Hanson and Matt Taven. I'm kind of feeling sorry for Taven right now because they need Hanson to look strong going into the anniversary, you know. And I'm proud of Hanson because he's getting a fucking Ring of Honor title shot. This kid is, a lot of people sleep on him, but the kid is good.
He will be world champion one day.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And it's weird because I didn't see a lot of that singles potential in him when he was with Raymond Rowe. I like War Machine and I like their dynamic together. I just never saw Hanson as a singles guy. But then when Raymond Rowe got injured and Hanson was out on his own, I was surprised. I was really surprised, but I'm happy that he's going out there and he's doing it. And a lot of people knew that he had a breakout year in 2014. So he's a guy, I think he's going to be a guy like Jay Briscoe, where he's going to stay in the tag division, but he's also going to kind of be competing in the world title from time to time.
Yeah. I can see that. Also, tomorrow you got Tommaso Ciampa going against Mike Bennett, and the Kingdom just gets beat down by another guy who's going to be in that four-way for the Ring of Honor title. Tommaso Ciampa is going to destroy Mike Bennett. I'm sorry, Mike. Ciampa's gonna kill you.
Yeah, Ciampa. I'm kind of pulling for him to win at the 13th anniversary. I think
same here.
I think he deserves the world title. He's been on a roll. His promos were always good, but as of late, they just keep getting better and better. And he really gives off the impression that he is this psychopath, and he's just out of his mind crazy. But he can also, just go in the ring. And I think he could be a really good top heel champion or face. I don't know what Ring of Honor really sees him as, but I think he'd be a good guy to take the belt off of Briscoe.
Definitely. We also got Elgin going against Ring of Honor debuting Chris Dickerson. That's going to be a good one.
Chris fucking Dickerson, man, he's been all over the place. He was here in California a few months ago, but too bad I missed him. But yeah, I'm happy to see him in Ring of Honor to see what he could do there. He deserved being a bigger spot. I mean, he needed to probably get out of CCW. No offense to CCW, but I just think he needs to get out there. I think his talent shows. I mean, he should be more, out there more because of his talent, you know. And happy to see him on there.
Yeah, Chris Dickinson is definitely a guy that can go out there, and he's getting more recognized. A lot of people here on the East Coast know of Chris, and he does a lot of work for, you know, CZW and some other promotions around here in the East Coast. So the East Coast people know what he can do, and hopefully Ring of Honor gives him a shot after tonight and, you know, maybe keeps him on the roster. It would add some good depth to that roster as well. So, I don't know. We'll see what Ring of Honor does with him, or if it's just a one-time thing like they did with Monster Mafia, which is a shame.
Yeah, I think Ring of Honor is really dropping the ball if they don't have any plans for Alexander and Page to come back, especially Alexander. I mean, that dude is just a monster.
Yeah, that definitely was a big mistake, I think, because, you know, those two also could have did great in singles competition too. Do you guys hear me?
Awkward silence.
Awkward.
Did you guys hear?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear me? Oh,
Yep.
okay, cool. Because nobody said nothing there. But yeah, so that's what's going on at Ring of Honor this weekend. Hopefully, they have good matches today and tomorrow. But so I was speaking about wrestling tonight or today. New Japan Pro Wrestling is also having New Japan Pro Wrestling Road to Beginning. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna go down the whole card. Just gonna let you guys know who is featuring in these cards. You know, you got Kushida, Alex Shelley, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega, Bullet Club. The whole Bullet Club crew is there. You know, you got Tanahashi, Goto, Shibata, Okada, Ishii, etc., Nakamura. I mean, the list goes on. Captain New Japan. Just know that this is some good wrestling, people. I really can't go down the whole card because we got a limited time here on the show. Also tomorrow, February 1st, they have a show too. And that's going to feature Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. They're going to be there. Of course, you got Tiger Master, Captain New Japan, Kushida, Alex Shelley, Kenny Omega, the Bucks, Nato, Okada. Basically the same guys I just said. You know, the Bullet Club's going to be there. Ishii, Nakamura's going to be there. Good professional wrestling. Now, I want to go over something. It's not confirmed yet, but there's a lot of rumors that New Japan Pro Wrestling has purchased Noah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that makes me sad. I at one point was a much bigger Pro Wrestling Noah fan than New Japan, and quite honestly, at one point, for a while, they were better, and now the roles are reversed, and just to see what's happened to Noah since, unfortunately, when Misawa passed, it really sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't watching Noah at the time, but you hear people in the early 2000s, that 2003 to 2005 era of Noah, you hear people rave about it because the matches there were incredible, and they were doing some awesome things there. And it is a shame that they kind of have gone downhill. But hopefully with New Japan kind of purchasing them, it leads to some better shows, maybe some new talent bringing in.
Zack Sabre Jr.
TMDK.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're starting to kind of build back up the talent, and when you have that relationship with New Japan, you know, you kind of swap guys back and forth. And who knows, they could put on some big events maybe. They could, you know, have Marufuji against, you know, Tanahashi or Marufuji and Nakamura. Who knows? Who knows what they could do? Hopefully this just leads to a good relationship between them.
Oh,
and
man.
And another thing you got to realize is maybe New Japan had another idea that when they purchased Noah, maybe they want to put Noah matches on their New Japan World.
That is actually something that is also, you know, talked about too.
Yeah, and
I paid $20 a month for that.
Like I said, a lot of people are going to want to go back and check out that early Noah matches and all of those shows back then and see, you know, Misawa still going at it and Kobashi and everybody. I mean, I still need to go and check out a lot of the stuff from back then because people just rave about it, and especially at a time when, you know, New Japan was kind of falling and they were doing that whole MMA thing and they were going way downhill really fast and people were losing faith in the company, and then Noah's rising, so it would definitely be cool to see Noah in New Japan World.
Yeah, again, ladies and gentlemen that's listening, this is all just a rumor, nothing confirmed, but I would love to see if this gets, you know, if the deal closes, I'd love to see Zack Sabre Jr. go against Shibata. That would be awesome.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, there's endless possibilities of what they could do. I mean, Sabre Jr. and Sakuraba, you know, Zack Sabre Jr., Nakamura, Minoru Suzuki. You have just an endless amount of talent that could go between Noah and New Japan. So it would be it'd be awesome to see.
And you can't forget about those guys named Marufuji and Morishima.
Oh, no. Like I said, a Marufuji Tanahashi match or a Marufuji Nakamura or Okada match would be incredible to see. Even though,
and talk about stiff and strong style, how about Morishima and Ishii, something like that?
Ishii is my boy.
I mean, Jesus Christ, you might have someone just go to the hospital right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see if anything gets confirmed, and it would be good. It would be good to see, you know, more wrestling in New Japan World, you know, more wrestlers getting recognized on New Japan because, you know, hopefully they continue with the pay-per-views, which I assume they are. So that would be good.
Hey, what's that tag team, that new tag team over there with Noah? I actually like those guys. I just don't know their names.
Which one? Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes, TMTK?
Yes, I like those guys. Weren't they at Wrestle Kingdom?
Yep, they were in that 8-man tag against, who was it? It was them teaming with Toru Yano against a bunch of New Japan guys.
That match was actually good.
I thought that it was TMDK and maybe it was Toru Yano and I thought that Marufuji.
Yeah, I remember. It's TMDK, Toru Yano, and Marufuji taking on Killer Elite Squad, Sheldon X Benjamin, and Azuki.
Oh yeah, so that's what it was.
Yeah, and it was good because, you know, Marufuji picked up the pinfall, so they know that Marufuji, you know, is a star, so they let him get the pinfall even though he wasn't high up on the card. It was just to kind of showcase the guy.
And a little bit of a tidbit, TMDK, before they were known as TMDK, had a match in ROH during the Showdown in the Sun weekend against the Briscoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people now are keeping their eye on Noah, keeping their eye on those guys as well. And like I said, hopefully this is a good relationship and we'll get to see more talent swap back and forth. I know, TMTK is now in a feud with the Killer Elite Squad, and Minoru Suzuki is going over there. So it's definitely cool, more Japanese wrestling coming to the States. So I'm excited.
Minoru Suzuki is so underrated, in my opinion.
I don't think
it's
underrated, but at the same time, everybody knows that he's just a fucking badass and he can kick the shit out of anybody. But
he is the best heel in the business, in my opinion.
He's a guy that, he's up there in age, and I think he just wants to put over younger guys and once in a while, have these awesome matches. He's more about just going out there and putting on good matches and helping out talent.
Well, in March they're having Suzuki and Marufuji for the GHC Heavyweight Championship, and I think there's a shot that Suzuki might get that.
It's one thing that I'm not familiar too much with Noah, but I do pay attention to, certain stuff, like, highlights, like little GIFs and stuff. I'm like, this match look like it'll be good. I hate to get my eyes on Noah a little bit, because, one of my favorite wrestlers, is over there, and that's Zack Sabre Jr., of course, because I put him over like how many times in the show already. But I see there's some more talents over there that I might want to check out. So.
Yeah. Also, keep your eyes on the guy. I believe his name is Atsushi Katoje. I'm not sure if I pronounced that properly, but and also this one guy. I forgot his first name, but I know his last name is Harada. They both came from Osaka Pro a few years ago, and they're both really talented. Definitely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, New Japan Pro Wrestling, I'm pretty sure if you don't have the New Japan World, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to find a way to watch New Japan's house show. Again, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, ladies and gentlemen, sold out event. So if you don't have a ticket, show up early or have somebody stand in line for you, and somehow you'll get a ticket, I'm pretty sure. I'll be there, front row. Oscar will be there. He'll get his ticket, no matter what he says right now. Snooze, Nick Jackson from the Young Bucks suffered a minor injury, hamstring, during last weekend's match. As when the Bucks and AJ Styles went against ACH and Cedric and Matt Sydal. So it's a minor injury, people. So he'll be good to go. Just throwing it out there so people can know what's going on.
Got to lay off the super kicks, man.
It's a super kick Friday.
But yeah, a lot of people talking about the next PWG event because it's the first PWG event without the Ring of Honor guys. There's also no Joey and Candice on that show, no Gargano because they're going to be over in Europe. So It's definitely an interesting show because you're missing the tag team champs, you're missing Gargano, who's been a fan favorite there. But a lot of interesting matchups, and you have the Monster Mafia, the Beaver Boys, and Mike Bailey making their debuts, which I think it's really good. Like I said on Twitter, it reminds me of 2011 PWG where they just started bringing in all these new talents, and it was all these fresh faces and new matchups, and people were getting excited about it, and we got these awesome shows. So, PWG always puts on a great show, regardless of who's on it or who's not on it. But these fresh faces and new matchups I think it's going to be awesome.
I think there's only like 3 Ring of Honor guys on the card, and that's like Tommaso Ciampa, Cedric Alexandra, and ACH. And if you want to count Matt Sydal.
And Roddy.
And if you want to count Roddy.
Yeah.
But then you got
first time without Adam Cole, no Kyle O'Reilly, no Bobby Fish. And I'm a little bummed about, Bobby Fish didn't get really a long time in PWG, which it's a shame. And I don't know, we're probably not going to get reDRagon into DDT, which it kind of sucks. But it's whatever had to be done. Ring of Honor, whether it was Ring of Honor or Sinclair Broadcasting, didn't want their top guys in PWG and doing indies anymore. Whatever the reason, they're still doing their thing in Ring of Honor. PWG is still going to continue putting on great shows, bringing in new talents. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little awkward without Adam Cole because Adam Cole, I thought, represented, and I'm more of a Ring of Honor fan myself, but I thought he represented PWG more than ROH. And so it's going to be a little awkward at first without Adam Cole.
I mean, Mark, people just I know you're a Ring of Honor guy. A lot of guys in Ring of Honor come to PWG and they say, this is one of their favorite places to work because it's literally like the All-Star game. Literally it is.
Yeah, I've heard him say that.
Yeah. And
I'm going to tell you this. I'm definitely going to miss Adam Cole saying this.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss PWG Adam Cole because while he's kind of the same in Ring of Honor, he was cursing more. He was telling people to suck his dick and getting chopped in the dick and all these different things. I mean, he was a riot, and he was putting on good matches there, just like in Ring of Honor. But Adam Cole is going to keep doing his thing. He's one of the best on the indie scene, so he'll be doing fine.
I feel like Adam Cole, he found his character in PWG.
Yeah.
Oh, you could contemplate that, and I gotta let you know that I pretty much hate CZW. I do really, but his character pretty much was born in CZW, much like Austin's was in ECW in a way. I mean, he was doing the asshole heel stick in CZW a couple years before he even got to PWG.
Yeah, he was, but I feel like with PWG is he just kind of took it to a whole nother level. Like he kind of started in CZW, and once he just got to PWG, it was a platform to him just to kind of go out there and take it to another level and add some more depth to that asshole heel character.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's all that WG is a bunch of talents coming in. They're still going to be putting on awesome shows, and like I said, they got Trevor Lee. That's all you need.
Trevor Lee, my guy, getting his title shot against Roddy Strong. I'm pretty sure later on, since we're kind of running out of time, I want to run down some other stuff. I'm pretty sure before PWG comes down, we'll talk about more of the card, and we'll share our predictions or whatnot here on the show. I have updated listings of what's going to be happening in WrestleMania week. It doesn't mean just WrestleMania, meaning other shit. Thursday, March 26th. Of course, you got Access going on. Mick Foley is doing a comedy show at a club out there on a Thursday. But Friday is when it really gets popping because WWN Live presents Evolve. It's going down at 3 p.m. That's an early fucking show, by the way. Also, WWN is also going to be doing a show on Thursday at 8 p.m. Ring of Honor is going to be at 7:30 on Friday. Me and Oscar will be there. Of course, the King of Indies, 8 p.m. I'm going to try my best to get some guys that are booked in the King of Indies booked here on the show so we can talk King of Indies with them. Is majority SoCal guys. I think it's all SoCal guys. So that's going to be happening Friday. 2 fucking shows for WWN Live. Saturday, we got Shimmer.
No Teddy Hart.
This guy.
You got Shimmer on Saturday, 12 p.m. show. That's an early show.
Damn. Go back to the Ring of Honor show on Friday. Is that supposed to be Super Card of Honor, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're not going to show it on iPay-per-view or anything because if it's going to start at 7 o'clock here in the West Coast, I doubt it. They're going to have it started for the guys from the East Coast at like 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, unfortunately. And also, they're having a pay-per-view on March 1st, so that would be kind of soon to have another pay-per-view.
So most likely it's going to be a video on demand type show, so, yeah.
Also, back on Saturday, WWN Live.
What? Hello? Good?
Oh, man.
Good? I guess Skip got caught off there.
I'm right here. My mic turned off. My mic turned off. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, Mercy Rising 2015 Super Show. That's gonna happen at 4 p.m. that day. Of course, the Hall of Fame show at 4:45. Randy Savage, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the only two that have been announced so far.
Demolition.
WrestleCon Saturday, Session 2. You got the Hardy Boys going to get Sabu and RVD. That's going down.
Wow.
Old guys, get on.
Are the Hardys really older than those guys?
Well, I know Matt's like in this. I think he just hit 40, and freaking Jeff's like 37.
Yeah,
Sabu's like 50.
Older than Sabu and RVD. I think maybe
Sabu's like 50.
Sabu looks like he's 50. I don't know.
Let's just put it like everybody's older than 35 years old. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Saturday night also WWN Live has night 2 of King of Indies, and Ultimo Dragon versus Juventud Guerrero versus Ricochet. Wow.
Ultimo Dragon.
Wow.
Man.
Can you believe that?
I mean,
what time is that show?
It's an interesting matchup. But
show's at 8 p.m.
Ultimo Dragon's not the same. Neither is Juventud Guerrero. Imagine if this matchup took place with both of those two guys in their prime, then it would be a fucking crazy match.
You know what I've been noticing about Juventud Guerrero? He's been having good shows here in Los Angeles, like those special Lucha Libre shows around here lately. So maybe I'll go on those shows and check them out and see how he's doing now these days.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, March 29th, WrestleMania. Doors open at 1 p.m. So that means I'm waking my ass up early. So WrestleMania, it should be starting maybe 3 o'clock for everybody. So
well, if you think about it, it's going to be in a stadium, so of course there's going to be more people trying to get in and all that stuff. It's not like how, arenas, like how you work at Staples Center, they open the show like 2 hours or an hour before the show starts. It's going to be a little different. So,
of course, 3 p.m. WrestleMania starts. Monday Night Raw, the next night at the SAP Center. That's where the fucking Sharks play. Fuck them. And Tuesday, March 31st, Smackdown in Fresno. So that's what's going down at WrestleMania. Basically, WrestleMania, professional wrestling taking over the Bay Area that whole week.
Yeah, got a lot of shows going on, and usually that happens. Hopefully, each promotion goes out there and puts on a good show. I know last year, WrestleMania weekend, everybody was doing good. Except for Evolve, they had one good show, but that Mercury Rising last year, one of the worst shows of 2014. One of the worst shows of 2014. So hopefully they can redeem themselves this year, put on a better show. I'm hoping for it.
You know, it'd be great if WWN could redeem themselves and with their DVD releases and it not take them 2 fucking years for them to come out on DVD.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people complain about that. Like, it takes them forever to put a show on DVD, you know?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really big test for Dave and Evolve as a whole company, because if they don't go out there WrestleMania weekend and have a good weekend, then who knows the future of what Evolve is going to be. Because if they go out there and have a bad weekend, people are going to lose a lot of interest in that company, and you can't have that right now for that.
Yeah, they might end up moving to China and being there on a permanent basis.
Yeah, there's something you forgot to mention.
That's what I heard.
There's something I forgot to mention about Evolve weekend, but those Evolve shows coming up, it's going to be a debut of a guy who just got released to the WWE, and that is Justin Gabriel. And he's now known as, well, once again, DJ Black.
Yeah.
He's going to be debuting at Evolve, which I fucking knew it. Like, I knew it. If he ever gets released in WWE, he's going to be heading out there. So, yeah, don't be surprised what he could do. And I mean, like, for people who are listening right now, if you ever watch Justin Gabriel in the WWE, if you watch his shit, watch him outside of WWE. I think he's going to be... he's going to put on a show or in a match. So I think he can work on guys like Ricochet or guys like, hell, maybe against even Chuck Taylor, you know. I think he can work with guys like that. And it's funny, I saw a tweet that someone could bring Justin Gabriel to PWG. Who knows?
Yeah, I could easily see Gabriel and Seidel doing DDT.
That can happen.
But don't forget, remember Seidel trying to start something with Chris Sabin. He posts on Twitter that he wants a book as a tag team with Chris Sabin. So
that's true too.
Maybe DDT will be Seidel and Sabin.
Who knows? We'll have to see. Because I'm pretty sure DC4 is the next big show. I want to also bring up something before we get on the show. We never really talk about TNA, but Drew Galloway. Drew Galloway basically made a debut over there in TNA.
He threw his career away.
I'm
hoping that it's not
But wait a minute. Isn't he still the Evolve champion?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
How does
well,
this
the
work?
thing with TNA is they're letting their guys go out there and do indie shows because...
Not all of them.
Well, not all of them, but... You know, Bobby Roode and Austin Aries are going to be on the next House of Hardcore.
Going against the Bucks.
Austin Aries has been doing more indie shows. Guys like Lashley aren't going to be on indie shows because he's, doing MMA as well. And you don't see Eric Young out there doing indie shows. But EC3, Robbie E, they're all doing indie shows, and they're letting their guys do it more often because they're not on Spike TV anymore, which restricted them a lot because of how many tapings they did. So moving to Destination America has kind of made TNA say, well, you can go out there and do some indie shows to get some more money in your pocket.
All right,
and
so
also,
basically, before we move on, I just want to ask Tom something. So all this talk about Havoc leaving TNA because she showed up in Shine a few weeks ago, means that don't mean nothing this pretty much the whole time because she could still be part of TNA, but she can show up in the companies like Shine.
That could be possible.
What about DVDs is the question.
Yeah, just at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what TNA is going to do with Havoc, and I feel like with they're trying to bring in new people. I feel like they're going to just start, cutting people randomly. So Havoc could be leaving TNA, but at the same time, just because she was in Shine doesn't mean that she's automatically going to leave. like I said, I think it's just TNA saying, go get some more bookings because we're not running, TV shows as much.
I think first and foremost, I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
So another person made a surprise in TNA, Mickie James.
Well, no surprise. She's with freaking Magnus. So I knew if she wanted to come back to WWE or TNA, she would go to TNA. So that's not a surprise there. Just want to see how she is now that she had her kid. Let's see how she does. I mean, and I think she's even booked for AIW pretty soon, no?
She is.
Yeah. So there you go. All these TNA guys doing indie shows. Over here in California, you have Madnik going against Ray Rosas in the 21st. Now I'm thinking about going out there because I'm not registered for that Lucha Underground show. So we'll see. I'll see what I do on the 21st.
What's the name? Go ahead, bro.
TNA really bothers me because they have so much talent, so much potential, but they have the most god-awful creative and booking that I have seen from any company, any period of time. You can include WCW Thunder from 2000. TNA is the shits beyond all shits. The lame brains, whoever does creative there now, I know it ain't Russo apparently, but they need to get their head out of their ass because they have a lot of talent and they could really do something. And also, they need to work on that production because the few shows that I've seen on Destination America look like freaking awful.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you. I would bash TNA with you, but another TNA person that's also booked the match with Josh Alexander is Sonata. That's going to be happening also.
Yeah, so good to see TNA guys getting booked on indie shows. Hopefully, that leads to people spending their money to go watch some indie shows that maybe might not have checked out before. So it's pretty cool. I'm liking it.
Yep. Real quick, some real quick news. In case you didn't know, Davey Richards will be going one-on-one with Eddie Kingston for the AAW title. Another fucking TNA guy doing an indie show. He's going to be going against Eddie Kingston in February 28th. And also, Ricochet returns to AAW too, February 28th. So that's going down. That's actually the day after PWG. Yeah. February 28th. Wow. You going straight to fucking Chicago right there, huh?
Yeah.
Get that money, huh?
The Wolves actually got booked in 2CW. I believe it was for their April show, I'm pretty sure, and they're going to be going against the Bucks. So Wolves going against the Young Bucks, that's going to be pretty fucking awesome.
I also heard that FWE, that was supposed to be down here in SoCal, supposed to be AJ Styles versus Johnny Mundo. I believe they moved it back to New York.
What?
That's not, yeah, from what I heard.
What the hell? Why?
I have no clue. No clue.
Maybe financial reasons. They just didn't have the money to trek out to California and set up and do all that and then pay for everybody's flight, and who knows.
And what's weird is that it's just doing it on a Wednesday night. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah.
Beyond.
Yeah, right now,
Beyond Wrestling. Beyond Wrestling is also tomorrow. Quick run of their card. You got Chris Hero and JT Dunn going against Biff Busick and Drew Gulak. That is another team that's going to be a DDT for Biff Busick and Drew Gulak. Book it. Matt Cross against Anthony Stone. You got Mike Bailey going against Silver Ant. You got Kimberly going against David Starr. There's a lot of feuds been going down there.
Beyond Wrestling is really good, y'all. I mean, that's one under the radar promotion, and I do highly recommend it.
Yeah, man. I actually downloaded some of their shows. Actually, one of their shows. I have, I believe, Team Tremendous going against reDRagon. So yeah, we are 9 minutes left here on the show. Awesome show, by the way. I wish we could keep talking about wrestling here on the show.
Yeah.
Awesome fucking show.
But before we even end the show, we didn't get to, I don't want to, maybe we'll get into it more next week, but fucking Solomon Crow is going to be debuting soon. Finally.
Yeah.
Thank you, NXT. It is about fucking time.
Yeah, finally. I mean, when I saw that glimpse, I was like, holy shit, finally, motherfuckers. She's finally going to put this fucker in. I want to see what he's going to do, though. Who he's going to feud next. That's what the next question now is, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, he's still young. I think he's like 27 years old still. It looks like he's still keeping that hacker gimmick. And I think it could work. I think it could work really well. And apparently he's saying he's lost weight, too. So people who have gone to the live events down in Florida said he's looking good. He's looking still awesome in the ring. So let's hope for a good push for Solomon Crow.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when PWG used to push Skits around. I remember he told Skits he'll kill him.
He did that to fucking everybody. He was a pure heel.
Yeah. And people, you could go back and go to our old Blog Talk page in Wrestling. You can hear an interview when he was Sammy Callahan, so go check that out. Look for it.
You want to talk about a dude who's a dick to the fans. I was at the 100th show for ROH and fucking SuperDRagon. SuperDRagon was
a dick to you?
He was really dicking it up at the 100th show. I mean, that was the whole ROH versus CZW shit, though. I don't know. I've heard, people love him, but I heard that
that's who SuperDRagon is. He pushes around fans, flips them off. That's just who SuperDRagon was.
And that one fan on Botchamania or whatever that wouldn't stop chanting his name, and he's the one to kick his ass.
Real quick though, we're on 7 minutes, guys, here on the show. I know me, Oscar, and Tom have been talking about revealing our top 100. We were supposed to talk it over Sunday, but of course it's Super Bowl Sunday, so it's Friday. We'll be revealing the top 100. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a damn Super Bowl. Yeah, damn you, Super Bowl. But who's going to win, you guys? I got the damn Patriots. Fuck the fucking Seattle Seahawks. And if the Giants were playing, I would go for the Giants. But
Tom Brady can suck a big, fat fucking cock. He could Bill Belichick's dick. I fucking hate the Patriots.
Oscar, I'm putting 20 on it right now here on live WH Radio. I'll bet you $20 Seahawks go over.
Hell no, I'm not betting you on that. I mean, it could go either way, but I'm just hoping that Patriots win. Fuck the damn Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of either one. I'm really not. I am sick of the New England dynasty, but I kind of prefer New England to win. I mean, I don't like neither team, but all the shit talkers on the Seahawks, kind of get under my skin, and I'm like, fuck them,
Yeah. They're a bunch of
we got 6 minutes, boys. I know you guys want to talk football. Maybe you guys can talk football on Twitter because we got close out the show. Real quick.
Before we close out, I wanted to say something. But Lucha Underground. Skits and I have been shown on TV as of late. Skits was on last week's episode, and I'm on this week's. So check us out. We're going to be pretty much at Lucha Underground every week. Next episode is going to be the time where, they just started doing the filming of the new season or whatever. So you pretty much see me and Skits there again. So keep an eye on us because we're most likely be on Lucha Underground again. Hopefully Tom and Mark out for talk to see us on.
Bro, you're putting
yourself
Stop putting yourself over, bro.
speaking of Lucha Underground, I'm trying to find where the hell they sell their shirts at.
Oh, they sell them at Lucha Underground, where they do the taping. That's the only place so far.
People watch Lucha Underground. He'll be there.
Dude, I live in Maryland. I'm never going to be able to make a Lucha Underground episode.
We got 4 minutes here on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you guys can follow us on Twitter at WrestlingHeads. Check out the website, WrestlingHeads.com. I am WA Skits. Follow me. And I'm going to let these gentlemen go ahead and put their Twitters out, and we will end the show.
All right, you guys can follow me at Sinister632. I just followed Marked Out for Tacos. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm gonna go back to WrestlingHeads Radio. WrestlingHeads.com. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna work on a monthly wrestler tag team thing, award thing. So I need a name of it. Gotta figure it out. Help me out if anything. So thanks for burping. And, go ahead, whoever's next.
Yep, you can follow me on Twitter at @2tweetme. That's my only social media account. I'm not anywhere else. That's where I talk wrestling, so follow me on there, and I'll be sure to follow you back.
And you can follow me at Markout for Tacos, and that is the number, not the word 4. And please do me a favor and do not tweet me. Well, you can once, but don't do it more than once.
I want everybody.
Oh God!
Everybody to tweet Markout for Tacos and tell them how much you love the Young Bucks. That's
Don't make me mute you.
I'd like to do is tweet them, tell them you love the Young Bucks.
Oh yeah, please.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is WH Radio here on the Elite Podcast Network. And do me a favor, make sure you go ahead and follow Elite Podcast Net. Go ahead and do that. We're trying to get our followers up to 200, so follow us. And we'll be back on the next Monday. And we'll talk about Monday Night Raw, et cetera, what's going on in professional wrestling. And hopefully we can talk about NXT because we didn't get to cover NXT. It's Monday. We're out. Peace.
Peace.